when we accept ourselves just as we are, and that means all parts of our personality, both the light and the dark side of us, the dark, what's called the shadow, then it's only then that we can fully move forward. We're always going to be a bit stuck if we don't address this. And I had learned this for myself, that I wasn't fully accepting the parts of my personality that I hadn't been that fond of, that I had a habit of beating myself up if I felt that I hadn't been what you would call, which is impossible to be perfect. And for anybody that's a bit of a perfectionist, that they'll understand what I'm talking about. And that tends to have happened through perhaps childhood experiences you've had, or things you've had through their life, and that's led you to become a bit of a perfectionist. But perfection is a myth. You can do things well, but it's impossible to not make mistakes. There is things we're going to do wrong. We may not always be able to be very compassionate. We may fall down at one point, especially if it's like a family member, and we do have people that can try to push our buttons sometimes and trying to make us react, and it can be hard to always achieve that 100% of the time. But it's about not beating ourselves up about it and saying, well, I've become aware of that, and the next time I'll take a step back, I'll take a breath. You can walk away, or you can talk to the person assertively but not aggressively, and that will give you a better outcome. Growth work takes a long time. It takes a lifetime, and it's always something you're working on. And it's about you being kind and compassionate to yourself, and you can increase your self-love and self-worth. And once you start to really recognise and be aware of patterns that you've had, then that lets you look at changing them. And it's not to say they won't come up every now and again. You could be tested and something come up and remind you of your past experiences. But it's about recognising, I can react differently now and be differently. But that takes practice and that takes time. So don't be hard on yourself. And I would say that it's possible to make complete change in your life. But again, that takes time. And be kind, be gentle to yourself. We all deserve contentment and peace in life, and you can find it. It can just take a bit of digging. For myself, it was digging through many layers, and I realised it was procrastination and self-sabotage through my life, which can be hard to look at and acknowledge, but it's through moving through that, past that, realising that that was all you could do at the time. You were trying to put up barriers to defend yourself, you were doing the best you could, then you can move on. And that's what I wish for everybody, to move on from difficult things in life. If they're struggling to find peace in life and contentment, we can't be happy all of the time. That's impossible as well. We're human and emotions are involved with being human, but you can learn how to manage them better and become more content.